Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome back to the Unhinged BookCast. This is a book podcast hosted by two book besties. I'm Leslie.
And I'm Jess. Whether this is your first time joining or you've been here from the start, we are happy and thankful that you are joining us.
Whether we're deep diving into thoughts and theories or just riding the vibes, we love discussing our current reads with each other and now with all of you.
Tonight is our 2025 year-end episode to talk without spoilers about the books we've read this year.
Then, January 13th, we'll be starting with the Ashen series by Demi WInters with book one, The Road of Bones.
We can't wait to jump into a new series next year. We have plans to do both complete and incomplete series. And if you have suggestions of books that we should read, then send them over and we may just read them for our new buddy read Thursdays.
We can't wait to get into next year's reading, but first, let's finish out 2025. So, first off, what are we reading right now? And will we finish it before the ball drops? What are you
Yeah.
reading, Jess?
Okay, so right now I am finishing up book 3 in the Articles of Oranos. Oranos. Okay, yeah, no. So Trial of the Sun Queen is the first one. So if you guys are familiar with have heard about that one running around, I'm on book 3 of that series. Um, and I should be finishing it. But there's no way unless something really drastic happens, I will finish it by the end of the year. So that one will go in my 2025 books finished. So, and then the other book I'm reading is my self-help book because I like to do one of those every month, or I try to. And that's called Mama Bear Apologetics. So I should be finishing that one by the end of the year as well.
Sweet. I had that on my list, but
It's good.
it's one of those things. It's on the list
Yeah.
to read, but that's about it.
It's hard to get into the self-help books after reading
Mhm.
fantasy and thrillers and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm like, okay. But like once I open the book and start reading, I'm like, okay, this is a good book. I like this. I can finish this. But it does
Right.
take a lot to start it.
Right.
Okay, your turn. What are you reading right now?
Okay. Currently, I am reading Until the World Falls Down
Mm.
by Jordan Lind. It is the book that when I went to go get you your copy of Primal of Blood and Bone that
Oh
one
yeah.
day, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Ooh, this is pretty." And my husband literally put it in the cart for us.
Nice.
So that's how he is. I do love him, even though he was just pissing me off a second ago. But I do love him because he is super sweet like that. And I finally just got started with it, I don't know, maybe like a week ago,
Mhm.
and I'm about halfway through it. So I don't know if I'll get it finished. It is a spicy read for sure. I think
Ooh.
there's definitely some good plot, but not,
Okay.
I think it's more romance heavy than anything, but I like it.
Okay.
Super good. And then I'm also reading Fallen Gods by Rachel Van Dyken. I got this one for
Mm.
Christmas and I have read over half of it just this afternoon. So really good. Loving it. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. And I will definitely finish this one before the end of the year.
I really want to
Um,
read that one.
yeah, it's super good. And then I am technically still reading Hopeless by Elsie
I have
Silvers,
noticed that that's still on your reading list every time on Fable.
and I'm only like the third of the way through. I
Are you gonna finish it? Or are we
No, probably
DNFing?
not. I'll finish it eventually. Like I
Okay.
have no problems finishing it. But like I got on this like kick because I'm not a big like romance person. Like
No, you're
when
not.
the plot is or the romance is the plot, like I'm
Hmm.
just like eh. But I am gonna try to broaden that a little bit more next year. So
Mm.
hopefully I will finish this and it'll be just as great as the other ones because I actually did really like them. So, but
They
it
were
will
good.
not be
Yeah.
finished. I doubt it.
Okay.
I highly doubt it.
So you're not DNFing. You're just not gonna finish
I'm
it in
not
2025.
DNFing. There's just no way. No way. Okay. So let's get down to it. So how many did you read this year?
Alrighty. So I read 102 books this year.
Jeez.
My
Ish.
my
Holy
goal
smokes.
my goal was 100 and I can pretty much guarantee I will be at 104 by the time 2025 actually ends because I should be finishing these last two books before the end of the year. What about
Nice.
you?
About half of that. I got 51 done and my goal was 40.
That's still more than most anybody ever reads. We read a
I
lot of
know.
books.
We do read a lot of books. But yeah, like I said, I think I can at least get at least one more of these. I think I'm gonna have 52.
Yeah. And
So
you don't do as many audiobooks as I do. That's the way that
no,
I've been
I do
able to
not.
get as many books as I've gotten is audiobooks. If I did not have the audiobooks, I bet I would be at about 50 also.
Okay. So then I was thinking, let's rate the podcast series
Oh yeah.
books that we did this year.
Okay.
So that's the Kindred Curse saga, the Flesh and Fire series, the Blood and Ash series, and the Fey Alchemy series. So
Okay.
how would you rate them like lowest to highest?
Lowest to highest.
Mhm.
Um, okay. Honestly, mm, we're gonna have incredibly different opinions here. So I would rate them Blood and Ash as my bottom, my
Okay.
least favorite. Still very, very good. I loved it, but that would
Yeah.
be of the four. So Blood and Ash. I don't know how to do this because loved, I loved the Kindred Curse saga. I loved the Flesh and Fire, and I loved Fae and Alchemy, and I almost feel like I can say I loved all of them equally. I don't know how I
I
can
mean,
do
that's
this.
fair. I mean, you can do that. That's fair.
I am gonna go Blood and Ash, Flesh and Fire, Fae and Alchemy. No, Blood and Ash, Flesh and Fire, Kindred's Curse, Fae and Alchemy. But
Okay.
they're all really,
Okay.
really, really, really close.
Yeah. Mine were not as close because one was so far under all the rest of them. But
I
the
know which
Kindred's
one I'm
Curse
doing.
saga is at the bottom for me. It'll remain at the bottom. And then I also was having a hard time with the other three. So I went Blood and Ash, then Fae and Alchemy, and then the Flesh and Fire series, I think was my favorite series that we read this year.
Really? Okay.
Yes, the Flesh and Fire series.
I did really like that
Loved
one.
it. Loved it.
I'm surprised you like that one more than Fae and Alchemy, though.
I think I do.
Okay.
I think I do. We'll see. I mean, it's not finished yet.
Right.
So, but I mean, neither is Kinder's Curse or Blood and Ash, but
You're right. Flesh and Fire is, though, right?
Flesh and Fire is finished.
Mhm.
Yes. It's
I
downhill.
do love that we both have similar tastes, but also very different tastes in
Different
some ways.
opinions.
Like, I
Yeah.
think it makes for good conversation. That
Yeah,
we have a lot
definitely.
of the same likes, but a lot of things that we don't agree on, which I think is a good, though, for
Yeah,
this.
I'd agree with that. I'd
Hmm.
agree. I'd agree. Okay. So, what is your favorite series? And it doesn't like you don't have to have read all of them in the series, but what is your favorite series not on the podcast that you read this year?
And I'm going to let you answer this one first because I need to pull up the books I've read this year and remember which ones of these series is. Because I think I know my answer, but I'm going to forget something. So you go first on
Okay.
this one while I look.
Okay. So, mine, I was torn, but I think okay, I'll just say what both of them were.
Hmm.
But Eating Woods trilogy by Carrie Leak. Only two books are out right now. But I am obsessed. So this would be Anathema and Eldritch.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I didn't know that's what
obsessed.
that was called.
Love them. I cannot wait for the third one. Like I couldn't even start Brimstone until I finished the second one, Eldritch, because I was like, I do not care that Brimstone just came out today. I am not
Hmm.
starting it today. I am finishing Eldritch because I was so excited about it. Loved it. Um, and then the very, very, very close second, like this one was hard for me, was The Wolf King and the Night Prince. So good, which I
Yes.
think is also supposed to be a trilogy, and the third one is supposed to be coming out 2026. So I
Yeah.
can't wait for that one. Loved them both. So those would be
Okay.
my probably favorite series that I've read this year, not on the
Okay.
podcast.
Okay. So if we don't have to pick just one,
Right? I know it's so hard.
because I would say I have one for they're different genres.
Right.
I was looking back through all the books I've read this year, and technically, I actually read the entire Crescent City. That was this year.
Oh, you did?
I
I
started
totally
those
forgot about that.
in the first one I read in January, and the the
I
second and
know what
third I
else
read in
you read
February.
this year too. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want to hear your okay, all of
Mm-hmm.
yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes it hard for me to pick certain
Right?
books later and other questions we have. Um, but I think I can very easily say that Crescent City, I mean, Sarah J. Maas is like top tier, is my favorite fantasy series of the year. Technically, I did also reread the entire Fourth Wing before Onyx Storm came out and then read Onyx Storm with fresh eyes. So I don't know if
Yes.
that counts. I know you did too. So
Well, I read it for the first time earlier this year.
you did. That's right.
Yep. And
That's
didn't
right.
you read Throne of Glass this year?
I read, well, I finished the final book. The final book was my
Okay.
January book. I read that one in 5 days. So,
Right? Yes. Yeah, because I
but I feel like
finished
I
Kingdom of
can't.
Ash a year ago, I think today.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Mine was January 1st through January 5th was when I
Okay.
read
That makes
Kingdom of
sense
Ash.
because you are right behind me.
Yes. Yeah. And but I feel like since I read the other seven books in 2024, I can't in good conscience make that a 2025 series.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But I have a place for that book later.
Okay.
Um, so no, I would say my favorite fantasy series this year was Crescent City because that
Nice.
that one was great. I
Yes,
loved
I
it.
agree.
I will again say anybody who says that that series is not good,
They're wrong.
they're wrong.
They are wrong.
You are wrong.
Masterpiece. The third one
It was
wasn't as
amazing.
great, but
No, I agree with that.
masterpiece.
The whole series was great though. Sarah J.
Yeah.
Maas, she's got something special.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then I also really liked the Housemaid series by
Oh,
Frida
yeah.
McFadden. That one was really good. I like a good thriller.
Yeah.
Um, I also appreciate that they were fast and easy to get through, and they're going to be movies now. So those ones were also one of my favorite series this year. The Wolf King and The Night Prince also.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be probably my second favorite fantasy series. And then actually my favorite thriller series this year was one that I blew through all in this month in like 2 weeks, 6 books. Um, it's the Nicole Rayburn series by Irina Shapiro. The first one is The Hanging Tree.
Mm.
Those ones were so good. So
Yeah, I
good.
think you were telling me about these. Yeah.
Those ones were cool because I love I love like historical fiction. I love mysteries. And I love stories that go back and forth between the past and the present. And
Yeah.
this series had all of that. So those ones were awesome.
Okay, so I know you are a big audio book
hmm
person, and I actually listened to my first audiobook this year. I still haven't,
Really, it was your first one?
I haven't done
I
many of
missed
them,
that.
but
Okay.
favorite audiobooks. What is your favorite audiobook that you listened to this year?
I have to pick one.
I or a couple. I don't care. You do you, boo boo.
I do a ton
I
of
know you do.
audiobooks. I always have an audiobook going and a physical book going, or a Kindle book. Sometimes I have all
Yeah.
three. I would say historical fiction audiobook, I would have to say was probably that whole series I was just talking about. Because I listened to all of those, the Nicole Rayburn
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ones. I listened to all six of those. And they were fast. Narration was decent. Rom-com, my favorite rom-com this year was probably Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn.
Oh
Just
yeah.
because just because we're talking about audiobooks. The
Yeah.
cast, it's got a full cast and it's awesome. I loved that one was so fun to listen to. Romance, I would actually say Coach by Devaney Perry, who's the Devaney Perry is the author of
Shield of
um
Sparrows.
yep, Shield of Sparrows. And I didn't realize that she had like this whole romance series. So I've only read the first one, but I'm gonna keep going. So Coach by her. That one was also really good. Also had a full cast, which I appreciated, and I loved that book. Probably Onyx Storm, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Or
because you
or
listened to it.
Brimstone. It's equal between Onyx Storm and Brimstone
Yeah.
with audio on both of those. I might actually have to go Brimstone because well, and I didn't do all audio on Brimstone. I did some reading, some immersive, some just listening. But Flesh and Fire was also good on audio,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
series.
And that was just the one narrator for the Flesh and Fire
It
series.
was, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It wasn't like a duet or anything.
It was good though. I
It
feel
was
like the
good.
author, the narrator did a
Narrator,
good job.
she did a really
hmm
good job. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's that for me. Long answer.
Nice.
What about you?
Um, I picked two. I did the graphic audio for Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, because it's one of my favorite books. And I got the graphic
Mm,
audio for like $3 one time.
nice.
So I did that one because you were reading Crescent City and I just wanted to go back to it. So
Yeah.
loved that one. And then recently I did immersive reading or whatever you want to call it. So I listened and read Bad Bishop by LJ
Hmm.
Sheen, which is like a mafia romance. It's pretty
Hmm.
dark, but so good. And I got introduced to Corbin King. Yes, please.
Mm.
Also, I heard that he's the dude from Trial of the Sun Queen. So he also narrates Trial of the Sun
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't realize that, but I do love that. I do love that narrator because
Yeah,
I'm listening to
yeah,
all of those. I forgot I've listened to those. Those are also really good.
yeah.
Throw
So
those on my list too of
I liked
favorites.
those ones. Those are
Okay.
probably top for me for
Okay.
audiobooks because I'm not a huge fan, but liked them. Liked them.
Okay.
All right, Jess. I think we all know what my least favorite book of the year was. What
Yeah.
was your least favorite book of the year?
I would say I have
Okay.
two that I almost DNF'd. I can't if I start a book, I'll finish it.
I very rarely DNF. I think
Yeah.
I've DNF'd one book this year. So,
In my mind, I'm like, if I start it, I have to finish it because then it goes on the like, yep, you read that just goes on the list of books that I read for the year.
yeah.
Um, so out of 104 books, I only had two that I did not like. That would be The God and the Gumio by Sophie Kim.
Oh, yeah.
That one was, I saw it all over. I thought it was going to be really good, and I was really disappointed. It was strange. Not my
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah, not my favorite. Um, I didn't love the narration because I did listen to that one, and I didn't love the story either. I was very let down. And the other one, I thought it was going to be good. It was Possession. And I can't remember who it's by, and I can't quite find it because I read that one towards the beginning of the year. But it was also it was like a cartel, like drug cartel romance, which
Okay.
is not necessarily a genre that I'm into either. So that could have been part of why I didn't love it. But I like romance books. I like spicy books, but there has to be some plot. And I feel like this one was just straight.
Smut.
Yes. Yes.
Smut, smut, smut.
I had such a hard time getting into it. And there were elements of the book that I was like, yeah, I just didn't
Okay.
care for at all. So
Yeah.
that would be my two least favorites of the year.
Okay.
What about
Mine
you?
was Heat of the Everflame by Pinnacle, and I couldn't DNF it because you wouldn't let me. So,
No. And you're reading the fourth book. Whenever it comes out, we are doing the
uh,
fourth book.
sure. Sure. All right.
Hmm.
So this section is called 5-Star Book Awards, random awards that we are giving out.
Mhm.
So this is an award for a 5-star masterpiece that you believe was a masterpiece this year. You can only pick one.
Damn it. Okay.
Mine was Shield of Sparrows by Daphne Perry. Was that the one you were going to do?
Mm-hmm. It's okay. We can agree.
We can agree that it was a masterpiece, and I cannot wait for the second one.
Yeah, that one was amazing.
Yep. So this one is a funny one that I put in because I believe that all of this should matter. Okay.
Hmm.
So an award for a 5-star map.
5-star
Yes. And you don't have to have one.
map.
But I went back and I looked and I went through all the books that I have maps in, and I decided Brimstone by Callie Hart has the best map.
Okay.
So five
Okay.
stars for that one.
I will say that of the books at least we've done on the podcast, that's the only one so far that you haven't been like, there's a
I haven't
discrepancy. This
ranted
doesn't, yeah,
about and it
you
didn't
have
make
not.
sense. And I am still pissed off about the Blood and Ash one, and it still doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense that they went all the fucking way around the whole goddamn lake instead of just going through the one little part we're talking about. That would have been like a half a day's ride, but no, we're going to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. We don't need to go on another map rant. I have hours on this podcast about just ranting about maps. So we can move on. So this is a 5-star award for emotional impact, one that just hit you in the feels.
Okay.
And you can only pick one.
Okay. I know exactly which one I'm picking.
Okay, which one?
The Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna.
Oh, it's on my list.
Oh, I've heard a lot of people that are like, yeah, that wasn't my favorite Kristen Hanna, whatever. I have not read all of her books. I probably read about 5 of them. That one, I mean, like to this day, and I read that towards the beginning of this year, like all the way to the end of this year now, I still, that book will come up in my mind. I'll fall asleep thinking about that book sometimes. That one hit me hard. It was so good on so many levels.
Yeah.
Yes, but emotional impact 100% Winter Garden.
Okay. Mine was surprisingly Eldritch by Carrie Lake.
Really?
Yes, I
Okay.
cried multiple times.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, just and this was just a book I read for fun, which I think was also one of my top books of the year. So,
And it was a fantasy book, like,
uh-huh. Yeah,
wow.
it's good. Now let's do an award for 5 stars just because you loved it.
You go first because I need to look for a second.
Okay. I had a hard time, but I thought of I do The Night Prince by
Oh,
Lauren.
okay.
I can't say her last name, but
Paula
Pal,
Freeman. Paula Freeman.
Pal, yes, that one.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Night Prince. I absolutely loved that book. And I was Team Blake from the beginning.
Yes, me too.
And I cannot freaking wait to find out what happens. I will be in line at midnight to get the third book. So,
Okay, I'm gonna have to tell my friend, you can leave this in here too. I'll let her know I called her out. But my friend Kaylee, who originally told me you have to read The Wolf King and The Night Prince, and she was on me for a couple months, like, have you read it yet? Have you read it yet? And then I finally picked it up and I was like, those were good books. Those were good.
and
But
that's
yes,
when
The
you told
Night
me to
Prince
read
was good.
them.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
think right as you finish Night Prince, and you're like, you got to read these. And so I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And I think I gobbled them both up in like a week.
Those were good. 5 stars just because I feel like I'm a little more generous with my 5 stars than you are, so it's a little hard for me to pick.
Well, I didn't put that in here, but I counted the amount of 5 stars I had out of all 51 books. I had
Hmm.
5 5-star books.
Oh my gosh.
I bet you have like 78.
Probably. Honestly, I started getting kind of self-conscious about giving books 5 stars after I started talking to you about books. And then I was like, no, you know what? If my first reaction is 5 stars, I'm giving it 5 stars.
Give it a 5 star.
Um, I will say, okay, I'm gonna say the Tribute of Fire. I actually did not give it 5 stars. I gave it a 4.25. However, I would, in thinking back, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Um, that one was good. I was disappointed with the second book in that one.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a trilogy. The third one's not out yet. But the first book, A Tribute of Fire by Soraya Wilson, that was probably one of the first books I read this year that I was like, just initially automatically wanted to give that one 5 stars.
Yeah.
So I would say Tribute to Fire would be that one.
Okay. Yeah, that was another one you told me to read. I haven't read it yet, but it's
Yeah.
another one you're like, you're gonna love this. Or maybe you won't. I don't know, but I loved it.
I think you'll love the first one.
Okay.
I feel like you won't love the second one. I didn't love the second one, so I guarantee you're not gonna love it. But
Yes, who knows what could happen?
it's a
Anything could
trilogy.
happen.
Like book two, that's the messy middle. I mean, I'm
Yep,
still gonna read the third
exactly.
one and see what happens, but
Yeah, agreed. Now let's do one underhyped, one appropriately hyped, and one overhyped.
okay.
So my underhyped is the Darker Shades of Magic series. So just the series as a whole. So all 3
Hmm.
books. You don't hear about it anywhere. I think it's so good. I don't think the first book is a 5-star worthy, but like as a whole, like all three books are really, really good. And like you don't
Mhm.
hear about them anywhere. So
Okay.
Darker Shades of Magic, definitely underhyped. Appropriately hyped, Shield of Sparrows,
Hmm.
obviously. Very it's good. It's great. And then overhyped, I had two. So
Okay.
Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, I think it was a little overhyped. And then Poppy Wars by R.F. Kuang. I didn't care for it as much as
Okay.
everybody else did. So
Okay. So I would say my underhyped would be Obsidian, um, which I guess it has been talked about quite a bit, but
not as
maybe
much.
personally I
Not
haven't
quite
seen
as
as much of
much.
it.
Yeah.
Um, that one was really good. I really liked that one. So Obsidian by K.F. Breene would be my underhyped. Appropriately hyped, I would agree with Shield of Sparrows and
Yep.
also Silver Elite by Danny Francis.
Okay.
It was
Yep.
good. I saw it everywhere. Everybody was like, this is a great book and whatnot. And I would agree with the hype level on that one.
Okay.
And then overhyped, The God and the Gumio. I saw that one everywhere for a long time. And I was like, this is going to be a great book. And I was super let down. It was not a great book. Um, Also Assistant to the Villain. I was disappointed by that
Oh,
one too.
yeah. I totally forgot we did that one.
Hmm. Yeah, that one was overhyped.
Yeah.
Maybe you have
I
to like a certain.
I think you have to like the Shrek. The Shrek.
I
And
agree.
what did I say at book club? I was like, this is Shrek meets I don't know. I said something hilarious and
You
everybody
did.
was like, yeah, that's exactly what the Shrek and Minions like mixed together.
Yeah, like Despicable Me and Shrek mixed
Yep.
together. Yeah, so like,
You have to like it. Yeah, for sure.
but
Because I
I have
think there's
small
even like
kids,
a fourth
so
book coming out
I
now.
know, and tons of people love them. And I have been
I
tempted to like continue the series and
continue. I have
see.
been too, just to find
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I don't know if I will or not. I don't know if I'm gonna spend my time on that or not.
Maybe we make it one of our buddy reads for Buddy Read
Yeah,
Thursdays.
maybe we should.
Like, okay, we've changed our mind. This is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, what's another book you thought you were gonna like but didn't?
Yeah, this The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Um, that could almost go in one of my overhyped also. I Maybe I just went into it thinking it was going to be different than what it was, but was not a big fan
That's
of it.
fair.
It wasn't
Yeah.
terrible. It was entertaining, but yeah, I definitely thought I was going to be like hooked by it, and I was like, made myself get through it.
What do we just say? Apprentice to the Villain.
Assistant to the Villain.
Assistant to the Villain. Yeah,
Hmm.
whatever it is. Definitely Thursday Murder Club. I thought I
Oh,
was gonna
true.
love it. Thought
Same.
I was gonna love it.
Yep.
Did not. That's one of the ones I DNF'd like halfway through. And when we were
Hmm.
watching the movie for book club, I was like, I don't remember this part in the book. And you're like, that's because
Yeah.
it wasn't in the book. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The
I
movie was
think
decent. I liked the
it
movie.
was. It was.
I
I
did
think
not like the book.
no, I agree. I did not like the book. I forced myself to finish it, but I liked the movie, which is
Yeah,
weird because normally I like the book more than the movie, and
me too. That's
not in
why I
this
was
case.
like, why didn't I like this? Oh wait, I know I didn't like it. I tried to read it. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
If we weren't doing it for book club and if we weren't going to be watching the movie for book club, I would not have finished it.
Yeah, I gave up. I was like, I'm done trying. And
Hmm.
I counted it as one of my books read because I read over 50%. So
Well, you watched the movie. You got the rest of it from me, so yeah, we'll count it.
exactly. Count it. What is a book you didn't expect to like as much as you did end up liking?
Hmm.
Because I can tell you mine. Mine was the Chestnut Spring series that you had me read.
Really?
I'm still working on Hopeless. Like I said, I flew through the first four and I really liked them. The
Uh-huh.
second one, it's the second one, right?
I
With the
think you're
hockey
on the.
dude that I can't think of his
Yeah.
name all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's
Okay,
been a
yeah.
minute since I've
So
read those.
that one was my favorite, even though everybody says the third one is their favorite.
The hockey
No,
guy
no,
was
no,
my
wait.
favorite too. No,
No, not the hockey one. No, this I know what it was the second
the
one.
older brother,
Heartless,
Cade.
Heartless,
Cade,
Cade.
the older brother.
Cade,
Hmm.
that one was my
That was my
favorite.
favorite too.
Oh my goodness, so good, so funny. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
It was the hockey one that wasn't, it didn't meet my expectations as much.
Yes. Yeah.
But love the series as a whole. Like I said, I'm still on the fifth one. It'll get finished. It's not that I
Right.
don't like it. I started reading other things and it just got
Mm-hmm.
pushed to the back burner. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll hang out there till I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
But it was good. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. What about you?
Um, I would say probably A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and I would say only the first book. I was not a fan of the second book. I have not finished the third one. I haven't even started it yet. I will at some point finish it because it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
So I will finish the third one at some point. The reason I didn't expect to like it as much as I did was because I'm not big into witches. Um, that's one of my least favorite fantasy type
Yeah. And I
creatures.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm into it just.
Yeah. I think what I liked about this one was it's very historical. There's a lot of history, and I love history. I love history.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of true history mixed in with the fantasy and the
Mixed
magic and
in
the
with it.
witches and
Yeah.
all that. So I was not expecting to like A Discovery of Witches as much as I did, but I did love that one. Yeah. Book two, not so much. But again, it's a trilogy, messy middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you know another one that I was just thinking about for overhyped?
Hmm.
The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
Agreed.
So overhyped, not that good.
It wasn't terrible.
But it wasn't
It wasn't great.
great at
No.
all.
No.
Okay, so this is my next question. What would be a book recommendation for each other? Like something that we want each other to read. So what would you recommend
Okay.
that I read?
Trying to find a book that you haven't read. Oh, you know what? Trial of the Sun Queen. Because I know you haven't read those ones yet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are great. I
Okay.
have not found a thing yet, and I'm on book three, that I don't like about them.
I really want you to read Anathema and Eldritch. I
Okay.
think you'll love them. Like I said, for anybody else listening, there are some dark things in some of them. So check your triggers, which I believe they can be found on Carrie Lake's website.
Okay.
But I think they do spoil some aspects of some of the story. So if you're cool
Hmm.
with that, go for it. But so, what are some honorable mentions, just other books that we haven't talked about tonight that you just want to bring up that you I thought were good, bad, whatever?
Hmm. Um, well, like we said at the beginning of this episode, I started the year off with Kingdom of Ash, which is
Yes.
the eighth and final book in the
Throne of Glass.
yes, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't
No,
think of
you're
that.
good.
In the Throne of Glass series. That book was golden. 5 stars. Freaking love that book. 100%. Started the
So
year off
good.
great.
Yeah.
I've been chasing the high all year. Haven't found it
Right?
yet.
Just chasing it. Agreed.
Yeah, I can't. We can't end the podcast without talking about that one.
Of course. I just wanted to bring up, I kind of brought it up right in the beginning, but Until the World Falls Down by Jordan Lynn. I'm
Hmm.
reading it right now. I'm not all the way done with it, but it's different. It's fun. It's definitely just like a vibes read. It's a good time. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good
Hmm.
time. Um, I would just say it's a good honorable mention. Um, and then I also read Arcana Academy. I wouldn't say it was like my favorite or anything like that. I think I only gave it like a 3.5 stars, maybe a 4 stars.
Hmm.
It makes me think like Harry Potter with tarot cards.
Okay.
It's
You've told me about this one, and that's
it's
definitely
good. It's
on
interesting.
my
Yeah.
list.
And
Hmm.
there's really not any like let's just say smut until like there's one chapter of smut. And to me, it ruined it because it didn't make sense for it to be there, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Okay. So what is top of your TBR for next year?
Top. Okay. Um, Anathema
Like,
and Eldridge
yes.
are definitely top. I almost started Anathema today, actually.
Did you really?
Um,
Okay.
I will I will say that's probably going to be my next one that I read is going to be Anathema.
It's
That's
so
not on the podcast.
good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not on the podcast. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Plated Prisoner series, I really want to read those ones. I've been wanting to read those for a while now.
Yeah,
So,
I know you brought it up that you wanted to put on the podcast. I'm just not so sure about it. I've kind of heard hit or miss with them. So,
really? Okay.
yeah. So maybe I'll let you get into them and then you can tell
Sure.
me.
Okay, cool. There's like four of them that I like the big ones that I want to really get into that we don't already have planned. So this is not
Right.
including ones that we already have
This is
planned
not
for next
podcast
year
ones. Yeah.
because those ones are all also on my like top wanting to read ones. Um, Elemental Awakening by Bobby Workma. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah. You told
how
me about
many,
this one a couple
yeah,
months
I
ago.
don't know how many people have even really seen it. I follow her on Instagram and I keep seeing things about it. It looks like it's going to be really good. I really can't tell you much about it. I don't
I mean,
actually don't
that's
even think it's
fair.
out. It's not even out yet, I don't think. I could be wrong. It may have just come out. But she's like, I think this is like her first, and okay, and I could be totally off on this, but I think this might be her first like step into fantasy.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm really interested in this one with the things that I've seen about it. So as soon as it comes out, I will probably read that one. Which
Okay.
again, I don't know when it's going to come out. But um and then the fourth series that I would really like to get into this year is Zodiac Academy. Um,
Yep. And that's another one that you wanted me to do. And I'm like, I don't know that I want to commit to all like the
tw like
15
12
bajillion.
books or whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
I know that there's some that you read in tandem. There's novellas.
There's
There's,
like side story. There's like two or three
yeah,
different side stories.
there's all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff. But I have a good friend here in the town that I live in who she comes to my workout class that I do, and she's actually an author. She's an indie author. And
Give her a shout out. What's her name?
uh, well, okay, so her pen name is Emma
Yes. Only
Kate.
give out her pen name. Let's don't give out her real name.
The name on her books is Emma Kate, and it's the first book in her series is oh crap, I'm gonna get this wrong. She's gonna listen to it and come back and I've read all four of them. She's got four out right now. They're rom-coms. Oh, I almost just said the fourth one as the first one. It was not. Um,
Isn't it wild and free?
yes, Wild and
Okay.
Free is the first one. And those books were also really great. Maybe we'll actually get her on the podcast someday if
I know.
we
I keep
step
like
into
they're on my
romance.
list. I know they're on my list, but it's like I have to hit like a romance in like a I've gone too deep into like some of the other stuff and I need something to bring me
Yeah.
back out.
Yeah, they're good palate cleansers. I really do appreciate her books. I'm going off on a little bit of a bunny trail here, but when you know her, you can hear the way that she talks and things like
Talks.
that in the
Yeah.
book, like the sarcasm and the humor and whatnot is really fun. She is huge into fantasy. She absolutely loves Zodiac Academy and keeps asking me when I'm going to read them, so I will be reading those in
Okay.
2026. Yeah. So,
You go for it. You let me know.
okay, will do.
Good luck and Godspeed. Well, on that note, so one of mine is so they what do they call them? Like the Twisted Sisters or whatever that wrote the Zodiac Academy and all that.
I don't know.
So the Twisted Sisters, what is it? Caroline Peckman and Suzanne Valenti. Okay. They
Hmm.
just came out with a book called Hollow,
Mm.
and that isn't it's like the first of its series, and that is on my list.
Hmm.
I got the pretty cover with the dragon on it, and it's like greenish, tealish, bluish background. Did I get it because it was pretty? Yes. Did I get it because I also read the back of the book and it sounds pretty cool? Yes. But
Okay.
it was pretty. That was the top of the list. So that is on the top of my list for TBR next year with Obsidian, which I want to read since you've been telling me about it.
Good. Hmm.
And then I want to read Smoke and Scar. The second
Hmm.
one just came out, Splintered Kingdom, I think. And then I want to read Kissed by the Gods.
Yeah.
Um, and I really want to read Bloody Black, which is like a piratey
Mm.
book that I got.
Okay.
And that's by who is it by? It's Rhiannon Hargadon. I'm
Okay.
so horrible with names, but that's the one I was telling you about. That I sent you when I got it. I was like, I'm gonna
Hmm.
give this a try. I'm going into a pirate ship. I have so many like piratey merm people type books for next year that I'm so excited about. So
I do have a
um
bunch of those on my list for next year too.
yeah. And then stepping out of like the romantasy and stuff like that, I'm gonna read The Wild Inside by Christy Carbo. It's actually on my list for January for book club.
Oh,
So I'm going to read that one. My
what
sister,
genre is that?
it's like mystery, suspense,
Oh,
thriller.
nice.
So
Okay,
I don't think it's
cool.
quite thriller, but yeah, it's about this guy who's trying to solve this like murder that a grizzly bear was involved in Glacier National Park. So
Mm,
I cannot wait to get into that one.
cool.
Like I said, my big sister read it, and then she was reading it like while we were on one of our birthday vacations because our birthdays are a week apart,
Hmm.
and so we go out and we go spend like a weekend together or something like that. And
Cool.
she was reading it when like this like 2 years ago. She was reading it, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds really interesting," or whatever. And then by the end of the vacation, she's done with the book and she hands it to me. So I still haven't got to read it yet. So I'm gonna
Okay.
actually read it probably like tomorrow. I'll start it. So
Nice. Okay.
yeah. All right. Now, let's talk about anticipated book releases of 2026. So, books that we know or think we know of are coming out in 2026 that we really
Hmm.
want to read.
Okay, so definitely the next Shield of Sparrows. I can't
Yep.
remember what that one's called. I know we have a name, not a cover. Rights of the
Rights of the
Starling.
Starling. Yeah.
Yes, so that one for sure. Um, is the next Fey and Alchemy coming out
Yep.
in
It's
2026?
November 10th, supposedly.
Okay, yeah, so that one for sure too. What
Yep.
about the next Empyrean? Do we know when that one's coming?
We have no idea. I don't even think she started writing the
Dang.
fourth book yet.
Okay.
I mean, who knows? She could have been writing it and just joking with us all, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. If that one's gonna come out, obviously, that one's exciting. And then there's been talk. I feel like there was a lot of talk earlier in the year, and I haven't seen so much of it now. But
uh-huh.
the next act, is it Akatar or Crescent? The
Akatar.
next Akatar.
I think it's the next Akatar book.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Broken Dove, which would be the next one after Silver Elite. Broken
Silver.
Dove by Danny
Yep.
Francis. Definitely looking forward to that one
Mhm.
for sure. And then, of course, whenever the next Wolf King book comes out, I want to read
Yes.
that one. I don't know when it's coming out.
I thought I heard this year, but or well, 2026. Obviously, the Eating Woods series,
Hmm.
which would be Anathema, Eldritch, and then whatever the third one is. And I can't wait for it, and I need it now.
Yes.
That one I would be like in line at midnight to get. So,
I would definitely be rereading. I'm probably gonna end up doing a lot of rereading series this year because I have a hard time
ooh,
picking up
yeah.
a book after. I would have to add the fourth Spark of the Everflame book that comes out. Or Kindred Curse, sorry,
Supposedly,
Kindred
yeah.
Curse. If that one's coming in 2026, I will be in line for that one as well.
Okay, I'll just speed drug along. I'm pretty sure, but
I'll just do the podcast. You can be here and I'll just tell you what happened.
right? I'll be like,
You can
yeah,
just have
I
reactions.
totally read it. All right. What is your reading goal for 2026?
Honestly, I'll probably keep it at 100. I mean, there were some months that I was like, okay, my goal's 100. I have to get through at least like 8 books this month. And there were some months where I was like really pushing to get that 8 books. There were other months where I was like, oh, I got
Right.
11 this month and it was no problem. I don't know if I could do more than 100 without completely neglecting my real
Your
life.
children.
My children and my husband, yes.
I feel that. I
So
feel
we'll say 100. We'll stay stick with 100 again. I feel like that's a good goal.
nice. So I always do whatever I do over my goal for the year before is what I'll like stick it at. So I'll probably stick mine at 50
Okay.
since my goal was 40 last year. And I
Okay.
obviously went over that. So I think I'll just go 50.
Yeah, you'll easily hit that.
Hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Everything goes well. All right. So let's talk about our first 2026 series.
Hmm.
So our first series of 2026 that we will be like reading and discussing and breaking down will be the Ashen series by Demi Winters with book one, The Road of Bones. And this will start with our first episode on Tuesday, January 13th. And we'll be doing chapters 1 through 22.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do something a little bit new this year, which is Buddy Read Thursdays.
Yes.
So once a month, we will post a review type video for one book a month that we will be reading. going back to what we originally started doing before the podcast. So
Mhm.
some of the books we have on the list are Metal Slinger, Direbound, In the Veins of the Drowning, and their upcoming sequels, just to name a few.
Yeah. Yeah, those will be fun too. And
Yeah.
that'll be just kind of more of like, hey, we've read this book, this is what we think type
Hmm.
stuff, and just for funsies, which is what we used to do. Reading it at the same times, texting each other back and forth our thoughts and theories
Yeah.
throughout the book. So that'll be a good time. So
I've been waiting for Metal Slinger and Direbound for a long time, knowing that we were going to do this, so I'm really excited to do those two.
yeah, me too. Diary Round has been up there on my list.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Can't wait for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was a good 2025 for reading this year.
Yeah, I feel like first year of doing the podcast went great. I've
Yeah, no
thoroughly
kidding.
enjoyed it. So,
We'll have to have our podcast birthday party on
yeah.
end of April.
Hmm.
I'm so excited.
Yep, that would be cool. We are so happy that you have all chosen to read along and discuss books with us this year.
We'd love for you all to join us on all of our platforms by following, liking, and subscribing. It helps us grow.
Join us over on the Fable app to discuss with us chapter by chapter with our current podcast read.
This is our last episode for 2025, but we're super excited to announce that starting in January, we'll be reading and discussing the Ashen series by Demi Winters, starting with book one, The Road of Bones.
We are so happy that you have all joined us on this journey, and we can't wait for you all to see what all we have planned for next year. We will have both complete and incomplete series, along with buddy reads that we hope you all join in on.
And as always, buddy reading any book with book besties is so much fun.
So make sure to share our podcast with your book besties. And if you don't have any book besties,
Then become one of ours. And until next year, haha, fill those drinks with ice.
and your book's the spice.
Bye.
Bye.